Hey, you guys in capes
You're way too fucking energetic right now.
and rogues who are sneaky,
Why don't you just join Chris and Roger?
as we...
Try to entertain the geeky?
Guys, what's going on?
What up, Chris?
Roger, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I can't complain.
So, I had a special request. One of our listeners really enjoys this, so we're going to give a baby Finn update. He's growing.
I saw
He
that.
should be out of the hospital soon. So, Ronnie Cobb, good on you.
And the little man.
You didn't say the name.
Ronnie Cobb!
Like, how are we going to scream Finn Cobb?
Finn Cobb!
Okay, I guess that works. Yeah, baby's doing great.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last update I saw, they said he'll be breathing on his own soon.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, gaining weight, not every day, but he's consistently gaining.
For our listeners, he was very preemie.
Yeah.
Very
like
preemie.
More preemie than I was.
Yeah, like palm of your hand preemie.
Like, yeah, and I was a little baby.
So I saw a picture of Ronnie holding him.
Yeah, and Ronnie's a big guy.
Ronnie's a big dude, and you see this
little baby.
tiny person on his chest. And guys, when I say tiny, I mean literally fits in the palm of your hand.
Yeah.
Laying on
That's
Dad's
little
chest.
Finn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, no, we are
Super stoked for you guys.
yeah,
Amazing.
cannot wait for, him to come up to the table rolling dice with
Can't
you.
wait for him to get home. Let's
Right.
get there first.
Yeah, let's get him.
Get him into the fucking
No,
house.
fuck that. I want him rolling dice before he goes home. He's
Yeah.
a Cobb child.
That way
He's a Villioco Cobb child.
That
He's
way he's
rolling dice
good.
before he leaves that hospital.
yeah, that way he's good when he gets home.
That's right.
That's fair.
Yeah. So, fuck it.
Fuck it.
Pachinki. That's... So, PUBG, right?
Yep.
There's a spot on the map called Pachinki that me and my friends like to go to. And when Courtney sees us playing PUBG, she'll be like, fuck it, Pachinki! And that's where we end up having to go. Because
Chuck
she
it,
called
the fuck it, pug it.
She fucking calls us, so we go there every time.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. For me, I've not been doing shit with any video games recently.
I have... Like, today was the first day I sat down and played video games, and I had so much to catch up on. But I was like, I'm only going to give you an hour to each game.
I literally haven't played in months.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
I don't have
fuck
time.
Well, there's time, and then there's just like, I don't want to play the same game.
And Courtney, with Courtney starting her job, she has to be in bed at a certain time,
Yeah.
so that cuts into my video gaming. Like, I find myself more now, because I don't go to bed early. I have the hours where I can stay up really late.
Yeah.
Right. So for me, I find myself now in the kitchen reading books, like D&D books and stuff like that. Like, I'm working on the D&D shit and reading other stuff that before I just sit and play video games, and now I'm not.
I'm always doing the researching.
Though I've been playing the Street Fighter collection. Yeah, I got a lot of fucking work to do.
Do you?
It's been a minute.
Is it rough?
It's a little rough. I'm getting my ass kicked left and right. It's a little rough.
There's a couple of chinks in the armor here.
I need to step up my game before this big throwdown with me and Cody Tubbs.
No, man, that's gonna be epic.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So, God, now you've got me thinking Street Fighter. I had like a something that I was gonna go on about, and then that happened.
Fuck that.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Fuck whatever you were gonna say.
Must
We're
not have
talking
been that
about
important.
Street Fighter.
You know what's so funny about that is, so we have these phone calls a couple times a week.
Well, we will actually talk about all the shit we want to talk about on the show, and we don't do it.
That's correct.
That
Now,
is
what
100%.
now I wasn't going to spoil anything, but I think it's funny how. So we're still buddies. I mean, we've been doing this, been
2
business
years.
partners for 2 years, but we're still buddies. So then you get that fucking buddy chat on the phone,
Yeah.
and I missed that because we didn't have that for a minute.
No.
We didn't have it for months.
We were busy.
We were busy, but that sucked. And it's like, anytime we would talk, it'd be like, all right, hey, business,
Right.
business.
Well, we started the show to continue the buddy chats that we had
Yeah.
working together at the fantasy shop. Like, that's what started this, was like, let's do a podcast where we would, because it was a lot of times in the fantasy shop, you and I were the new guys.
We were.
Like I was the newest, you were the second newest, and then there was Zach. And a lot of Sundays it was you and I.
Yep.
Like we were
Let's
the
order
we were
a shit ton of chicken wings.
Yeah, we were the fucking Sunday crew, and like that's where you and I really got a lot of the knowing shit about each other done, and a lot
Yeah.
of the talks that we have on this show was there.
It started there.
Yeah,
Anyway.
and when you left, when I left, and then you left because we quit at the same fucking time.
Basically, yeah.
Mike Brodeur was going to shoot himself. We quit at the same time. It just that we didn't have that. Like and our schedules after that were so that we never saw each other at the shop.
No.
Like I would go into the shop, hang out with Zach and Joe and Jams, and then you would come in, but I wasn't there.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because at that time I was working where you're working now.
Right.
And you know how that fucking schedule is.
It's you just, yeah.
You might get to go this week.
Right.
That's what it's like.
Like, oh, your day off, you're going to go up there. And I was working on my way home, I'll stop. Because I was, god damn, I'd go to that store almost every fucking day.
Yeah, you did.
Like, almost every fucking day I was up there.
Yeah,
Even after I quit.
Yep.
I took a week off. After I quit, I took a week off. I'm like, hey.
It was a little longer than that because you had your wedding and everything that you were planning
that's
for.
true. That's true.
So it was a little more than a week off. What I found weird about it was going up in there and you'd see the regulars and they're like, Chris, what's up? And you're like, hey,
how are you?
Yeah.
I guess what? I didn't like you working with you.
No. So I'm talking about Perez in particular.
Oh, I miss Joe.
So
I miss the fuck out
I got
of Joe.
I got a loot crate and I get this Spock hand air freshener in it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, this is for Joe, obviously. This wasn't for me.
Right.
So I take it up there, and I tried to get up there when he was up there. I missed him.
Which like, so guys, when you're regulars at a comic shop, like when all the clerks, not the one clerk, when all the clerks know your name, when. And actually, with us, with our relationship with the fan shop was a little different because it was more than just the clerks. It was the other store clerks knew our names. And Joe Perez had that honor. But you would know his schedule. You would know that he will be up at this time.
Yep.
And if something happened where he wasn't there...
He called.
He would call, or we would call to make sure he wasn't dead.
Yeah.
Because that's the way it was.
More than anything, though, he'd tell you, "Hey, I'm not going to be in next week because I've got this going on. I'll come in Saturday night instead, or whatever."
Which threw your whole week off.
Yeah,
when a regular didn't show up, it threw your week off.
It fucked with you for sure
because you were worried.
So I took that up there. I tried to catch him. I missed him.
Is he going to Creve Coeur?
Yeah, he goes to Creve Coeur, and I drop it off and. I'm like, well, fuck, and you see a couple other regulars up there, so you bullshit a little bit, and then you're like, oh, why am I not here? And you're like, oh yeah, you don't make money to be here.
If I could have afforded to stay at the fantasy shop full time, I would have quit my other job to work there.
Oh, that's how I was too.
I would have in a heartbeat.
So it's funny because we were there for about 6 months, which is short, but that being said, that was the best employment experience of my life.
Yes, and then it's not like because we came in and we worked, we actually worked, bagged the back issues,
did what we were supposed to do,
but it was so much more. It was like you were getting paid to hang out and talk about what you love.
Well, it was the place that we loved.
Yeah, God, yeah.
And that's what was so fucking rad.
I'm going to say this. That did not transfer when the store moved. That feeling of, like...
It wasn't our store anymore.
Yeah, and I know the staff changed and all that, but it was more than that. It didn't feel like home anymore.
No, it didn't. It didn't. What was funny is they moved right next door to Tara's store.
Yeah.
So
which
I was like,
a lot closer for you.
It wasn't closer for me. It was just if I'd go to work to visit her, I know I'm going to the fantasy shop.
Yeah.
So you poke in there and you're like, this is just, it's not my store.
It just didn't feel right. I don't want to say it's not just the location, but for some reason that small
the
store,
location was beautiful.
That's
the new location's pretty.
The store is amazing.
Yeah.
But because the building they were in before, in Florissant, it was a shithole.
Tiny.
It wasn't tiny, but it was.
It was. Big. It was little, but it wasn't. It wasn't a shithole. It was just the building was nice. It was well kept. It was a fucking comic book shop that had been there for 12 years or whatever.
Right.
So it wasn't perfect, but it was ours.
Yeah, it was.
And that's all that mattered.
And I just don't know why the move happened. Like, I know why it happened. I don't know why the move happened to have that impact. Because
so there was talking to people who worked there and were customers there. Like one of them, Mike Capuano, tagged us in that post.
I saw that.
And he's like, God, I would kill to have this day with this staff. And it's like, in 6 months, you make a big enough impression on people, and it's because, well, that's home. Like, that's where everybody was supposed to be.
And I was, keep in mind, I'd been going to that store.
I've been going there since I was like 5 years old.
Yeah, and I remember when they first moved from the old location.
Oh, yeah,
to that
going
location.
to one next to Belts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that, like, it was just when Perks worked there, and then Perks left, and then, you know, there's like this whole thing that happened, and
it was like a lot of heartache all at once.
Yeah. Man, we're
weird way for this episode to go.
No, but
it's a good conversation to have, though, because you forge these very bizarre bonds with people.
I've been to Newcastle a couple of times now. Like, I've just popped in, bought a couple things here and there, and I love Newcastle.
Not a bad shop.
Like good shop. The staff, the two guys that are always there, they're amazing. But
it's not yours.
It's not home. It's not my store. I don't have, for the first time in my life,
we're wanderers.
I don't have a store.
I know.
You know, Miniature Market. I love going to Miniature Market, but it's definitely not my home. It's a far drive. Two, it's just games, which is great. I love games, but it's not my home.
Well, it's so funny. I was talking, you know, because I'm there part time.
You work there,
and I was talking to somebody because a customer came in and they're like, this is fucking amazing. And I was like, you know what's so funny is we're here every day. And it's like that it's amazing thing isn't there. This is just, hey, we come here, we hang out for a few hours. I love doing it. I love getting the bullshit with you guys. Like, if you come up and you're like, Chris, fucking let's talk D&D for a minute. And tell me your fucking war stories. You know, I love hearing it. But it's just
not home.
It's not mine.
Remember like opening the store?
Oh yeah.
And that it wasn't excitement, but it was like anticipation. Like you were just waiting for that first customer to walk in.
Didn't feel like you were working either, though.
No, you didn't. Like we were, because we were cleaning and vacuuming and wiping and putting shit away.
Yeah.
Like we did a lot of shit before we even opened the store.
You're fucking running deposits and shit.
Yeah, like you do all that shit before you just, as soon as you click that open sign and you were waiting for that first customer to walk in, because it wasn't going to be just someone coming in to look around. That first customer of the day was someone that fucking wanted to talk. And you were like, let's fucking go.
Well, and they were there to buy something and talk about what they were buying, because you were expected to know something about it.
About everything. And
that was fun.
Let's be honest, because we didn't.
You can't.
We did. I remember talking to Shelby. When Shelby worked there, he's like, I don't know how to talk to Magic players. And I went, let me give you, as a Magic player, let me give you some advice for when people talk to me about shit I don't know about. That sounds like a really good idea, but it's missing something.
That's all you say?
That's all I'd say. And they would go, like, what? I'm like, I don't know, but it's missing something. And then they would name one or two cards. You'd be like, maybe. That might be it. And then you're the fucking genius. But every fucking time...
And you just fucked this guy's deck up?
I have no idea what the fuck I did to this deck.
He's like, I was winning by turn 4, and now I'm winning. I'm not winning at
all. But hey, it just sounded like it was missing something.
Listen, I don't know what it is that you need here now.
But you need it.
Change it up.
Yeah, but that excitement, that feeling of it's odd because we had Bill on the show last week.
Yeah.
It's odd because you hear him talk about it, and he's been doing this for a very long time. That love was there, like that love that we had when we worked there was there.
Oh yeah.
Because it wasn't about the money.
No.
Like, ultimately,
he ended it on you got to give a shit.
Right, and. For us, it wasn't about the money. That's why you left. I left because I was getting hitched.
No, I left literally because I could not afford to have kids and work there.
And that's the thing is it wasn't. We weren't working there for the money.
No, it was absolute. Well, when I started there, it was right before the store that I was working at closed, and I was supposed to be there part time.
Right.
And then my store closed, and Mike Brodeur was like, "Hey, just come on full time." And I was like, "All right, that's cool."
That, and we spent a lot of our paychecks back in that store.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I think my favorite Christmas present though still is my fucking my box set of Lock and Key.
Yeah.
I love that.
There were times that I bought so much while working there that John Perks would say, "You spent more today than you're going to make today."
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, because that was my second job.
Yeah,
it was part time for me. I was Wednesdays and weekends.
Yep.
Like, and I would if I could still do it, I would. I would have stuck around. It just got
I don't know who wouldn't.
It just got too much. Like, the real job, the real job that kept my lights on and kept me fed,
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, I really just need to do this.
I need to sleep.
Right. I need to see my new wife.
Well, because you were up at the shop even nights that you weren't working to run games.
To run game. Yeah. Fucking, yeah.
You were doing a tack wing.
Tack wing on, yeah.
And then what
Mondays.
was the other one?
Modern Mondays.
Modern Mondays was the other one, yeah.
That was a big thing. Yeah,
Such a good format.
God damn, I miss that store.
It was good.
I miss home.
Right?
Like I said, yeah, walking in a miniature market, here's the sad part. I walk in a miniature market, it's you, Mike, and everyone that I know.
You know, it's not like you can go in there and not be comfortable talking to somebody.
Right, but it's not mine.
And I think that's just when you go out of town and you go into a shop and you're like, this is cool.
But it's not mine.
But it's not yours.
And
it's cool.
Right.
It's fucking cool.
Whenever, I've told this story many times, whenever I go out of town, the first thing I look for is a comic and game shop. Mm-hmm. Because I want to know. Well,
there's a bunch of dudes at miniature markets their shop, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
I think that's great. Awesome. I literally had a guy tell me a couple of days ago, he's like, dude, he's like, I don't buy online. He's like, I will buy from you or another store. He's like, so if it's not in print, he's like, I'm not going to eBay to get it. He's like, I'm fucking waiting until they print it again or I just won't own it.
Yeah, and miniature, like that store, the store is really cool. You're part of the staff, so whatever, this is like me kind of jerking you off there. The staff's really nice. The product line is amazing there. The store layout's awesome. We ran that event up there. I've been up there a couple times. You never feel nothing but comfortable there.
Yeah.
You just instantly you're part, but it's not the same. You know what? It's not.
Like you said, it's not home. Even if you've got a dysfunctional family, it's still your family.
Home. And there were times. Remember, there were times that we would get knocked down, drag out arguments with the regulars.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You might hate some of the regulars.
We would be yelling at them, and they'd be yelling back. They would leave and come back next week, and we were fucking happy to see them again. Yeah. Not because we cared about them coming back or not, or losing their business, but because we wanted to continue this fucking conversation.
Absolutely.
And I think that's it. I think that's why it's not home for us. Is we're not regulars. We don't know the regulars. We're not part of that community. We're just coming in to buy shit.
We're consumers.
Yeah, and Florissant, we were part of the community.
We were.
We knew people like I was I could sit down. We would talk comics with people. We would talk games. Even
movies.
Even if I didn't play the fucking game, they would sit there and ask me questions, or we would have a good time. Even when I wasn't working there, before I started working there.
Yep.
That was home.
What was funny because my relationship before starting there. God, this is a weird episode. My relationship before starting there was, hey, I'm going to get in here when I can. I'm going to buy my books. Every so often, I'll pick up a game.
Right.
But wasn't that, I'd go in there, I'd bullshit with the clerks. They liked me. I liked them.
I had my own little spot before I started working there.
So I didn't have a spot, but I was there. They knew who I was. I knew who they were. And I've been going there for my entire life.
Hell, a lot of, before I started, I go way back, before Shelby even, there was Rich and the goth girl whose name I don't remember. I was friends with these people, and as they phased out, I became friends with the other clerks.
Yeah.
And it wasn't oh, you're my friend because you saw my comics. We would hang out. We'd go drink beers. We were friends. A lot of the friends, Jason O'Toole. Mike Capuano.
Brought in as a business partner.
Yeah, Mike Capuano. Shelby, Kelly, all these people I met.
Joe Moore.
Jams. I met because of this store.
Yeah.
But it was very weird. Once I broke through that customer to friend relationship, I was a friend for life.
Oh yeah.
And it wasn't just to those clerks. It was anytime a new clerk started, it was, this is Roger Wayne. He is a customer.
He belongs.
But he's our friend.
Yeah.
And when I remember I went to interview with Mike Redor, and I was like, yeah, look, I'm doing this because I got a wedding to plan. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I got to pay for this wedding. And Mike was like, a little hesitant about that. And I was like, you know me, I've been around, blah, blah, blah. On the way back to my other job, Perks called and he goes, look, it's my decision. I don't want to wait. Let's go. Because remember before that, I was that's when me and Justin were going to open the store.
Yeah.
We were going to go open the store. I had spent a long time with John. And that's another thing. Fuck, this episode is a weird episode.
I know.
That's another thing. Like when I told John Perks I was going to open a store, it wasn't don't do it. It was how can I help? It was here's Mike. Talk to Mike. Go hit him up. Learn what he's known. I'm going to open a store that's going to do what you're fucking doing. And instead of don't do it, don't be a competitor. It was, are you still going to buy comics from us, and how can I help?
Well, so the other day, a guy came in. We were out of stock on a game because somebody had bought it, and we don't get our restock until a couple days later, whatever. Right. He's like, I need it, like, tomorrow. And I'm like, all right, give me a second. I'm going to call around for you. So, you know, I call Fantasy Shop. They didn't have it. I call fucking Newcastle. They have one. I'm like, hold it for this guy until this time. And he's like, cool. And that guy's like, I can't believe you just did that. And I was like, did what? And he's like, you just called a competitor and did that for me. And I was like, dude, we're all in the same industry. I'm friends with the guys that work over there.
Right. Once you're in, like, it's odd. Once you're in that industry,
you're fucking
in it.
Yeah.
Like, you're in it.
It's yours. It's your baby.
And it doesn't matter if you work there for 6 months or 6 years. Once you're in, you're in.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, 6 minutes. Truth be told. And
furthermore, on the surface level, though, with that customer is he's going to remember what you did.
No, and he did, and they bought stuff because of it.
And he'll come back.
Well,
you'll now be that first stop before going somewhere else.
Him and his wife were like, dude, that was so awesome. We had to buy something. You, like, guilted us into buying something. And I was like, yeah, that was the goal.
I'm not trying to guilt you to buy anything. I'm just trying to fucking get you your goddamn game so you can play it and have a good time.
Yeah.
You'll be back. We'll have it one day.
Well, they'll come back because they'll want another game.
Right. But I want to make sure you get what you want. It's a weird... It is the best and worst industry to be in.
Yeah, there's no money in it.
There's no money in it.
Unless you are a fucking manufacturer.
If you could, like honestly, if I would have never quit that job if I could. I would have quit Canteen just to work there if I could have ate.
Oh, yeah.
In a heartbeat. And there were times when I was talking with Courtney about it, and then I'm like, fuck it, let's just go in an apartment. Let's fucking just get in the apartment. We don't got kids. Let me just live this life for a year or two.
I mean, it's not... Yeah, it's so weird. Because, I mean, for me, I'm very ambitious. So there's always like, oh, what's the bigger picture, blah, blah, blah. But I do want to have my foot in that door all the time.
And for us, like this, honestly... This is something that you and I have gotten away from, like in our personal lives.
Yeah.
And it shows on the show. It does. That we've gotten away from what we used to do because time and all that stuff. Hear me out.
I'm listening.
But we always wanted to have our foot. We've always had our foot in that door, and it was long before we started entertaining Geeky that we were this way. Like the community has always mattered to us more than anything else.
Yeah.
We bent over backwards for the community, even when we weren't getting paychecks, even before we started entertaining Geeky. For us, it was about being part of the community and making sure that what we love is passed on. And on top of that, we were one of the few breeds that it wasn't just Magic.
No.
It wasn't just Star Realms. It was, that's a new game, that's a new comic, that's a new thing. Let's fucking do it.
Absolutely.
And I miss those days.
Well, I think... God, this is fucking bizarre. I think that's why obviously that's why we started doing this. It even says it on our website. Like, if you go to the About Us, it's like, hey, we did this because we wanted to to do this.
Chris and I missed hanging out on Sunday getting paid while eating chicken wings and yelling about Thor versus
so we figured
whatever.
We'll pay...
Yeah, so instead of getting paid, we're now paying to do this. And this honestly, if it wasn't for Entertain the Geek, if it wasn't for this podcast and our business and what we're doing, I probably would have just faded out when the store moved.
Oh, yeah. Abso-fucking-lutely.
Yeah, and I look at it now like I'm not buying comics. I'm not buying Magic. I'm not buying games. But I'm still reading and watching videos and learning and all this stuff. But I would have faded out. I wouldn't be running D&D on Thursday nights up here at North Central.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be doing any of that. I would just fade it out. And I can't... That makes me sad to think that I was that close.
I mean, I guess that's why we're here.
Yeah.
Fate would have it.
No, this is our thing. This is we will be those old gamers like Paul, and that's going to be us. Those old gamers talking about the good old glory days of the games we used to play while still shelling out money for these new games and new shit just to fucking...
I guess we do it because we love it, obviously. And
I
and
think
then we
it's
were
more
like,
than love it.
it's us.
I don't want to say like gaming and comics, all that is us.
It's a big part of us.
It is a big part of us. And
I mean, fuck. You guys that have been listening to the show for a while and following us on Facebook and all that, you saw the old office that we were in. That was my house.
yeah,
I mean, you looked and you saw fucking superhero memorabilia everywhere. That was I lived there.
like it's not. I don't want to say it's us, but it's not even a big part of us. I think we're one of those people, and there's a lot out there, because if there wasn't, these stores would have folded a long time ago, and it's and dead. To us, it's food. We need it to survive.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we stand there, and it's really weird because in our community there's infighting, a lot of infighting in our community.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
A lot of nerd arguments, but we're one of the few, and I can think of 6 off the top of my head that are like this though. If you ever walked up and saw us playing a game or reading a comic and says, "Hey, what's going on?" we will stop what we're doing and we will fucking go over it in detail.
Oh, absolutely.
And we'll probably, 9 times out of 10, I'll get up and offer you my damn chair.
We'll butcher it too.
Yeah, oh God, yeah.
We'll butcher that
fuck
shit.
that shit up because it's what we know and what we like.
Right. Well, that's what's so funny. So when we decided to start doing games, that was weird.
Yeah.
That was weird because it's like, oh well, hey, we can do this. Like you and I started a game long before we started Entertain the Geeky.
Oh yeah, BattleBots.
Yeah.
Which we need a new title.
Giant Robot Deathmatch is what I wanted to call it.
Giant Robot Deathmatch.
Yeah. So we started that a long time ago, and like there was no Entertain the Geeky, there was no EG Games, none of that.
No, it was just us fucking working on
We
stuff.
wanted to do it. So
and then I went to go open a store, and that didn't work out. And then we talked about opening a store for a while.
that was after.
That was
this
after.
had
That was
started,
after
yeah.
Entertain the Geeky. Yeah, but we had talked about opening a store. Do I think we won't open a store? No, I think we will one day.
No, I think we absolutely
I
will.
honestly think we will. I
don't know that it'll be in St. Louis.
No, probably not.
Yeah, that's kind of why I'm like, probably won't be here. It's a saturated market. There's a bunch of great stuff here already.
Unless I win the lottery. And then my plan is coming to fruition.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Buy that shit.
Buy it. Buy it all. No, do I think we'll open the store eventually? Maybe. Fuck. I don't know.
No, I'm sure that one's in the cards.
But here's what I do know. That we're not going anywhere. We might change and we might have less hours devoted to this. And we might not be as invested in the sense of we will find a new home.
Oh, you mean like shop?
Yeah, we'll find a new home.
I mean, we might make our own new home.
We might, but we'll find a new home. We'll get back to where we were when we were younger. But we're not going anywhere. We're going to stay part of the community, no matter what happens.
That's ultimately why we're doing this. That's why we're fucking designing games, and we've got 2 dudes that love doing it too, that are fucking on the ride with us.
We brought Jason O'Toole aboard because he
needs this too.
No, dude. Fuck.
He needs this too.
He needs it more. Fuck. That guy is such a wealth of knowledge.
Oh, he is. It's disgusting. Now, his passion for this is the sole reason why I was like, you need to do this.
Yeah,
you are the one.
And he has kept us on the straight and narrow.
Oh yeah.
Fuck. Without him,
Jason will fucking grill us real fast.
Like at its best, like when he calls to chew us out, it's the best phone call ever because it always starts with, "Hey guys," and you're like, "Ah, damn it."
Yeah, he's like, so what have you been doing?
What's going on?
And you're like, well, Mom.
Yeah, it's like, well, yeah, I fucked up. Like it's the worst scolding. Courtney cannot scold me nearly as well as Jason can.
Well, no, Jason doesn't. You want to fucking put your head in the sand.
Like you just feel so bad because it's Jason, and if he's mad at you, you did something really bad.
Yeah, because he's laid back.
Because he's like, fuck it, but he's like, hey, look, this is our business, and the fact that it's our business, and he's saying this is our business, you're like, fuck yeah, we needed you, Jason.
Yeah, we did.
We needed you.
So what is it? We're good. What is it in the future? Like with us here and all this, what is it that you're most excited about?
Quitting my job, making all the money, and
Well, I mean, that's...
No. Honestly, look, here's the thing. you and I have had conversations about money, and fuck it, we have a heart on our sleeves this episode. Our listeners aren't going to know what to think. Honestly, guys, we're not doing this to make money. We'd like to. Hey, hear me out.
No, I'm listening.
Go.
Go.
Yeah, we'd like to make money. We have intentions of making money.
We've made money.
Yeah, but then
we've spent lots of money too.
We've spent a lot of money. We've spent a lot of money. But yeah. My intentions are like where do I see us going? Like, we're gonna get our game out there. Cooks will get out there. We'll get going. We're gonna keep growing. We're gonna get more listeners. We're gonna find our voice again, and we're gonna grow, and we're gonna do new things. We're gonna fuck up along the way,
like we always do.
Yeah, we put here's how we make business decisions. Chris and I throw our dicks out as far as we can, and we go, oh, we fucked up. Let's reel it back in.
Yeah, you just don't reel it back in as far every time.
Right.
So you expose more and more of the dick.
Of the dick, yeah. You got to leave the dick out. We're gonna get to where we want to be, and that hopefully that means we're making money. But at the end, as long as we're still part of this community, and as long as we still have something to say and we're still enjoying it, I don't see 10 years from now not enjoying sitting down and talking
Getting
about
to
this.
do the show.
Well, and here's the thing: you and I talk. They think, just so you guys know, this is us.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't an act. When Chris is going on a rant or rave, or I'm being all angry and pissy about something, that's not us ramping it up for the show. That's fucking conversations Chris and I have on the phone. Some of the best episodes we have done are just, we forget the mics are there and Chris and I are just going at it.
Yeah.
And that's how it is when we talk on the phone. Now, it's actually really weird is when Chris and I talk business, that's when we're different.
No, absolutely.
Like when we're talking business, it's not, it's a different conversation. Like the word tracks we use, the way we talk, the way we treat each other is so different.
It is a very different thing. You know what's funny about that too, though, is when we're very, this is who we are, here we go.
Yeah.
But even when we're having meetings, though, it's still this conversation. Like,
yeah, no,
there's motherfucking up and down,
and there's you're an idiot, and there's jokes, and we're all laughing and having a good time. But like that, those quick 10-minute phone calls of, hey, fuck, all right,
did you get this
Did you get this done? Where are we at on this?
Yeah,
where are we standing?
Can you post this for me? Blah blah blah.
It's all, and Jason, and we all talk to each other very differently in those conversations. And then there's the friend conversation, which this is us. Like, in fact, I want to get Jason on the show.
We do need to have him on.
Because this, I think after having this, now listeners listen to this, they'll see it, that this is us. And
this is the passion project, people.
It is.
I mean, fuck. We've been doing this for 2 years now.
Yeah.
2 years in.
Sponsors have come and gone.
Do you remember?
We've upgraded mics. We're in a fucking new place to record.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a fucking office in a house with one mic.
No, and we didn't do this to fucking make money or get our. We did it because we wanted you guys to have a better experience listening to our show. We want you guys. I think, here you go. No, fuck it.
We felt like we weren't getting something, and didn't want you to not be getting it.
Here's what pisses me off.
Shoot.
I'm gonna throw our listeners under the bus. The lack of listener engagement.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. That look you just gave me
I was just like, damn.
Did you just go
That
there?
was mean.
Yeah, but it's true, guys. Like we do this, and we don't like we leave open-ended questions. Fuck, just send us whenever we get a post on an episode or something that we post up, someone just saying something quick. It gets us pumped. It gets us excited.
I'll tell you more of what we've seen here since we started this, and we paid money to advertise. We've paid money for this, that, and the other. So and
it's working.
It works, but so we'll get people that it's not. They'll reach out to us because they need something and not because they want to have this conversation. We're in this for the conversation.
Right.
This is a social thing for us.
Like, we'll gladly fucking help you out with whatever you need.
Yeah, no, we like answering the question. I mean, look, we've taken up the role of the shop guys, and we've put it's all over the world. So
yeah, I think that here's the thing, guys. We just fucking want to know what you think about anything. Like, God, if you know when I know that we actually have clicked. When someone posts something on our Facebook page that we didn't bring up, they're like, hey, guys, and what do you guys think about this? And not talking to Chris, Roger, or Jason.
You guys.
But talking to you guys, the listeners, and like that thread would be amazing.
This is a community. I mean, it has been.
I think that's where, and honestly, I kind of threw the blame at the listeners, and I don't really mean that. Like, Chris and I don't know how to do that. So what I want from you guys, this is me asking you,
the favor. Yeah.
Hit us up. Let us know what we can do to get you guys engaged. Like, I get it that, hey, this podcast might not be your cup of tea. You might only be involved in nerd news. You might just be listening, and this might be your first time listening. This might be your 180th time listening.
This might be your fucking 240th
right.
because
you've been going
we're
through.
there.
Yeah. But let us know what we can do to get you engaged outside of the podcast and continuing this conversation on Facebook, our emails, because it would be amazing one day to sit here and go through our fucking Facebook post and be like, hey, John Smith from New York was all like, hey, what do you guys think about blah, blah, blah.
I'll tell you guys what, if Roger and I have to clear up time in our schedule to do a Facebook Live with you guys,
we'll
fucking do it.
I don't give a shit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, and it's a drive, guys.
Maybe that's something we should try. We'll advertise a Facebook Live, like a massive Facebook Live.
Give it a week.
Have me, you, and Jason fucking get the camera up, go Facebook Live, and just do a Q&A and just bullshit.
Yeah, what do you guys want? Let's talk.
Like, but I give me your guys' idea. Give me your feedback. What can we do to make you want to participate in the communication?
Well, I think that's what. So that's what's funny. So Twitch hits that niche very well because you do get to have more of that back and forth conversation.
Right.
Whereas with a podcast, they're listening to us talk. But with how we are with the podcast, because we want that. Hey, after the show, fucking say what you think. We want to talk to you about it.
Yeah, and Twitch does it very boom, boom, boom. But I'm more like, the podcast is one aspect of what we want. We're throwing it all out there.
Yeah.
So guys, here we go. Our plans for this fucking company, podcast, game company, and social media, are a big thing. We want to build we want to build. Yeah, we want to build a network. We want to build a community. The podcast, really, you guys can give us topics. You guys can talk about what you want to hear about the podcast, and we'll gladly oblige and give you our opinions. But there's not much you can really do among that. The game company, that's kind of like, you can play our games, you can purchase our games, you can talk about us about our games, you can give us feedbacks, what you'd like to see change, what do you want to play test, shit like that. The biggest impact you can do for us on the community is just become part of the community. Start on the Facebook, on Instagram, on fucking
bullshit with us.
Yeah, bullshit with us. That right there, you'll find out more about us than you ever will listening to our podcast. Because for our podcast, it's Chris and I talking, and occasionally a guest. When you hit us up on Facebook, that's us you're getting.
Yeah,
that's not entertaining the
We
geek.
do not have we don't have a PR person.
No, and we don't want one.
No, we don't.
I don't want one. Fucking
look, I got a message this past week from a PR company asking.
For real?
Yeah, asking to do our PR.
Yeah, fuck you.
And I was like, listen, we're way beyond PR.
yeah, we're done. We have our listeners. The listeners we have are the ones that won't get pissed off by anything we say at this point. Because we did our best to drive you fuckers away.
Right. So yeah, like we get those messages. People want to do PR for us and all that bullshit. Not interested.
It's like there's a lot of back talk, a lot of talking amongst us about the idea of maybe having someone who's not Chris, Roger, or Jason kind of take over scheduling and take over doing things for us so that we can do all these other things. But that's not what we want for our company. The thing is, for us, this is us.
Oh, 100%.
And the second we bring someone aboard to kind of tell us what to do, it's no longer us.
And I think that's a fear that, fuck, you and I are pretty control-y when it comes to everything.
Yeah. There's Chris and I argue a lot.
It's not serious arguments.
No, but we argue a lot. Like I'm saying,
there's definitely back and forth that happens.
And here's how the conversations go. And it goes the same way no matter who brings it up. Idea. That's stupid. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Okay, you're right.
Compromise happens.
Hold on. That's idea. That's great. I know. We fucked it up. Yep. That's how our arguments
pretty often
go.
Yeah.
Yeah. But honestly, guys, we beg a lot for you to hit us up on Facebook. But seriously, if there's something, just if you're like, hey, this new Magic set looks cool, what do you think? I'm going to tell you what I think.
This is your fucking show.
Yeah.
I mean, that's literally we're your shop guys.
Yeah.
For fucking most of the people that started listening to the show. So when we started, it was 25 listeners.
And it was all the people we knew.
It was the people that were in the hobby. Maybe our parents. I know.
My mom just started listening.
I got chewed out by my dad. He's like, "Really, you guys are talking about sex on the show?" And I'm like,
"Fuck yeah,
yeah."
Fuck it.
Yes, Daddy. Don't listen to the show.
Look, I have 2 kids, Dad. Obviously, I know the P goes to the V.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've fucking done it in Mad Libs, Dad. Where have you been?
Where the fuck?
No. So like that's why we wanted to do this. We wanted to be your shop guys. Like,
actually, it's more narcissistic than that.
I mean, slightly.
No, yeah,
slightly.
we wanted to just. One day, we need to find the very first episode that we never threw out there. Where it was just us sitting there talking.
I don't know if we have that.
It was like an hour and a half, 2 hour long.
We used to do like 2-3 hour long episodes.
Yeah,
remember that shit?
Yeah, no, the first night.
I think it got deleted.
Yeah. Here's the thing, guys. That first night, that was what Chris and I wanted to do, and we've done it. Like every week, every time Chris 100%. And I get together, it's just us bullshitting. What we want from you is to be part of that bullshit, and not hey, come on the show. Just fucking throw out something on Facebook. See what other people think about it.
We've loved having you guys on the show.
We've got 175 followers on Facebook.
No, Facebook is we're like 200 and something. So here's the thing.
It's not a lot. But it's a community.
Our bread and butter is in our downloads.
Yeah.
And that most of our downloads don't even like our shit on Facebook.
Right.
Facebook it's mostly friends, family, stuff like that. The guys that have been on episodes and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
Customers, all that.
We got 257 followers.
Yeah.
Which for us, that's awesome because only 83 of them are my friends.
It's never been a push. That's never been our push. You know what I mean?
No, it has not been our push. But I would like for it to be. I would like for you guys, you 257 people that follow us on Facebook.
Tell somebody who you think would enjoy it.
Tell somebody you think you enjoy it, but more than that, I'm done with asking you guys to spread the show.
Yeah.
You'll do it or you won't. Right? And I would hope that you do. I hope that since you find enjoyment in listening to Chris and I ramble, that you'd fucking tell your friends, hey, these guys are fucking funny, or listen to these assholes. More importantly, though, you follow us. You check out the shit we put on Facebook. Become part of that community. Like fucking throw something out there. Hey, guys, what do you think about Infinity War?
And if you guys want us to go do a fucking open mic night somewhere or something,
let us know.
We'll do that shit.
Which we still need to do.
We do. But, like, we've got...
I feel like I've just spent the past 15 minutes bashing our listeners.
No, you're not bashing them at all. Like, all you've done is said, hey, we want to engage with you guys because we care about you.
I want to feel... here's, you know what it is?
You want to feel important? You got a God complex?
No, I want to feel like I'm home again.
Yeah.
That's deep.
No, that's
that kind of wraps everything up there. I just want to feel like I'm home again.
Well,
and I want our house to be big.
Again, we wanted to open the store. Why? And we were gonna fucking steal Florissant Spot.
Yeah, we were until we found out how much it fucking cost.
Yeah. So we were gonna. I mean, we were gonna do it. We were gonna play dirty.
That's not really playing dirty. They left the building fair and square.
No, they did. But we were gonna go occupy the old Fantasy Shop spot. Why? Because it was our spot.
It was our home.
And our people would go there.
And we found out it was expensive.
Very expensive.
Though, really, it was that asshole that backstabbed us that stopped us from doing it.
No.
Like, one day, guys, when we're pretty sure we won't get sued, we'll tell you that story.
Honestly, we'll probably be drunk and it'll just slip.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, because this is what'll happen. We'll fucking have some guest on, and we'll be like, let's have a few beers while we do the show, because we're idiots, and we do that.
Yeah,
and
from time to
we'll
time.
be like, and this motherfucker!
He fucked us royally.
He tried to.
God, did he?
He couldn't.
Little fucker.
Yeah. What was so funny, so, okay.
All right, no, fuck it.
We were talking to an investor.
We were talking to an investor about investing into the store.
He knows that we're sitting on something good here because of what we've built.
He's listened to the show.
He knows that we're doing these games, and he's like, "Holy shit, you guys are legit!"
And then we go and demo the game, and we show him Cooks,
and he's blown away.
He loves it. That's how he loves it. And all of a sudden, the investing turned from, "Hey guys, retail's not where you want to go.
Yeah,
but here's what you want to do. You want to take this game and fucking go with it. I want to invest in the game." So we're like, "Great,
yeah,
let's get some trademarks. Let's do that." Hold on a minute. You don't need to do that.
Take your trademarking off of everything.
Take your trademarking off of everything. Oh, and by the way, I want to borrow the game for the weekend and show my daughter.
I need the rules.
Yeah, let me get the rules so I can show my daughter how to play this game.
Because he was more worried about having the rules.
Right.
And
And we were like, well, no.
Well, because he's texting this to me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not gonna send you rule books if.
And then
if
he's
we're
like,
not there.
I taught you better than I thought I did, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And then it started getting really fishy. And then so we contacted the copyright lawyer.
Who's Peter Chu's brother.
And he was like, hey, yeah, trademark the shit out of that. Put your copyright on there. Just because you're good. If you don't have it on there, then yes, someone can take it. And we're like, that motherfucker.
Yeah.
That motherfucker.
One. So, Merle's Truck Stop has been commercially available for years now.
Yeah, for free most of the time.
Most of the time.
Like most of the lifespan of the dollar role-playing game has been free.
It was a free. Price had to go up. We still give it away.
Oh, fuck yeah, we're giving away on Free RPG Day today.
Yeah.
Which would be...
Saturday. It's going to be after this comes out.
It would be. So, hey, guys, thanks for coming out to Free RPG Day. Had a blast running with you. What?
So, yeah, I mean, he totally tried
Dicked
to
us.
fucking screw us.
What a motherfucker.
Well, that was just so funny. That was weird. Like, that's...
You know, like here's the thing. The second he stopped wanting to invest in the store and invest in the other thing, that's when I was like, yeah, I'm out.
Well, see, I was cool with it because, and you were cool with it too. Let's not pretend, because we knew that it would take a large amount of capital to get what we wanted.
But there was a lot of conversation sitting in your car after that. Me going, I don't know, man.
No, it was weird
know.
because our goal, like, this is why we were talking to you. We were talking to you to open a store,
and
we know exactly what we need. We know exactly how to do it, and we have this all laid out.
We can fucking run a store, right? Like, give us the money, you'll get your money back, and then some. Let us open the store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't need anybody to invest in the games. And you know what's funny is with Cooks in particular, up until recently, that was going to be self-funded.
Yeah.
That's what we were going to do.
We're still going to throw a lot of money of our own towards it.
Oh, for sure.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, we already have.
But, yeah. It's that time.
It is that time.
It's that time. Hey, guys, real quickly. This was a weird episode for Chris and I. Like, hear me out.
No, it's fucking bizarre.
Because before Chris and I recorded, like, oh, we're just going to do another bullshit episode where we're joking and having a good time. Where the fuck did this episode come in from? Like, how the fuck? This is my fault.
No, I think it was mine.
Okay.
I think early in the episode I brought something up that was real, and then we just didn't get off of it.
I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you laughed a little.
Phone's ringing in the background.
Yeah, the store's fucking closed. Oh, they hung up.
Yeah. I sponsor the store with my other company. There's more realness for you. So do me a favor. Go to HeroGearStore.com. We've got all kinds of fun stuff there. I mean, I add new inventory all the time. Currently, so within...
They add.
No, it's
they add. I'll tell you, they add.
They add?
They add.
Okay. Well, they add. By they, I mean we.
They? Not me.
Not Roger.
They.
So, I mean, it's my company.
They. No, see,
I told them that.
Yeah,
I'm not going to lie to them.
So, fuck it. Let's have this out right now. So here's the thing. When you say like the whole like you're sponsoring us,
Shoot.
We're doing a little dirt. We're doing a little shady thing here. Chris's other company is sponsoring this company, partially because hey, he gets his word out on his other company, but to entice other sponsors.
Yeah, well, it's not only that it entices other sponsors, because we've had other sponsors.
Right, but we're using it as a way to entice. Hey, look, they're sponsoring us.
Yeah, it helps entice other sponsors too.
But if the sponsors listen, like, oh well, that if you say they, when we go try to get Wizards of the Coast to sponsors, because I don't really feel guilty about being shaded the Wizards of the Coast.
Nope.
I don't at all. So you say they.
Okay. Well. So. I'll just whatever. I don't give a shit. It's too late now. Well, next time we'll say they.
Like that's a really good point I brought up.
It was an okay point.
You motherfucker.
Well, here's the thing. Joe Rogan's company on it sponsors his podcast.
There's a little difference between Joe Rogan and us.
No, there's not.
Yeah, there is.
No, we're just as awesome.
No, we're more awesome than Joe Rogan, but not as successful.
He's been doing it for longer. We'll get there. So here, I'll throw this one out there for you guys. Basically, within... the store's been open for about a month now. Within that month, we are in the top 8% of stores that are working through Shopify, which is the host of the store. To celebrate, we started running a special called Crazy Eights. And for the next few days here, you can get 8 different items for $8 or less. And it's all kinds of fun stuff. There's an Infinity Gauntlet ring that's normally $50. It's $8 right now. So go to HeroGearStore.com.
By the time they hear this, that'll be over.
No, I'll extend
it for 2 weeks?
Yeah, I don't give a shit. Crazy Eights can go on for a while.
Free RPG Day is already coming
Yeah.
on by the time I listen to this.
So it looks like Crazy Eights is going to be running for a while, guys. Because originally I was just going to have it as 8 days. 8 crazy days. But
you fucked up, Chris.
I opened my mouth. So yeah, just go there. Go to HeroGearStore.com and get your geeky gear on. Love it because we love you. EntertainTheGeeky.com.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Follow us. All the social medias.
You already are. If you're not, you should feel really bad about yourself.
Absolutely.
Especially after this episode.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Guilt,
God, listeners, do not kill yourself. I did not want you to think I was harping you. I love you guys. I love you so much. I love doing this.
Then he wants to hear from you.
I just want to hear from you. I want to know. And it's not because I want to validate what we fucking do on Sundays. I don't give a shit. We'll take this mic away and Chris and I'll just hang out around this fucking table.
For real.
We don't need to spend $20 a month or whatever we're spending a month. Yeah, it's more than that.
70.
Yeah, more. We don't need to spend this money. We're not doing this to validate ourselves. We can have this conversation without you guys.
Yeah.
We just want you guys to hear it.
Yeah. It's fun.
We fucking love you guys. We want to hear from you.
Absolutely.
Except for you, Level 1, because you're gonna be the first cocksucker to say something. I know it. He is.
No, he will.
He will be. Right.
It'll be him or Joe Moore.
Yeah, maybe.
Joe Moore will chime in.
Joe Moore will chime in. Yeah.
He loves to. So yeah, do EntertainTheGeeky.com. You guys know that. All the shit. Guys.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, fuck it.
Love
Social
you
media.
guys.
As always, stay geeky.